I don't like showing my face on YouTube, so we're doing it through VR. Hello! This content's gonna be different by my regular content of VR content and anime content. It's just like my social project I posted 2 months back or whatever about Hitler, except it's not gonna be as depressing. And I apologize, I did not put a trigger warning on that video. There's no need for a trigger warning on this one. This one, we're talking about film, because I'm in film studies, and I like film. And yeah, we're covering about early film history to modern history. Whoa, modern history. Modern action film history. So yeah, I'll be just geeking out, and if you can join me and geek out with me too. We're gonna be, covering into that. So before we get into the movie, I keep saying film, guys, this is the second time I said that. Before we get into the video, can you please like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite action movie? Mine's Tron or Sonic the Hedgehog. I cannot choose. I like a lot of films, so there's not necessarily my top favorite. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get into this and let's have fun, shall we? Okay. The first we'll be discussing is The General. Created in 1926, this back then was a film poking fun at the Civil War. Considering it happened 61 years ago, Buster Keaton was able to talk about it, unlike World War II, where it was still a fresh wound. As in, it was presently going. The General was the first film, full-length and uncut. No stunt work. Buster Keaton does all the stunts without supervision. I'm not joking. This guy fell from a 10-story building and proceeded to stand back up, brush himself off, and go back onto the set, as if nothing had happened. Like, can you imagine yourself doing that? This film was also considered a silent film, but Buster Keaton had found a soundtrack that play on loop, where sometimes the music wouldn't make sense. Like, for example, his character was trying to set up an explosive, but the music was not the right pace or timing, or it just be awkward moments. The General had many reasons, for example, Looney Tunes, Mr. Bean, and Wes Anderson, that took inspiration from the comedic actor. Everything that went wrong, which is how Looney Tunes found their way to play the role of 3. Actors who started out their career but got inspired are because of how amazing Buster Keaton was. The General still watchable still to this day because everything is funny, enjoyable, and risky. Everything an actor wants to have in order to achieve getting their name out there. Now, this movie seemed more like a horror film, but just at the start of the movie. King Kong scared people because of dialogue, accurate soundtrack, CGI of dinosaurs, animatronics, in just 7 years prior to that General. Hello? Time isn't timing here. Yes, all the topics I dropped down on you are true. People would run out of the theater because sound and dialogue was a new thing. Unlike the General, stunt work, thankfully, was finally thought of. Yeah, because running on top of a train while also getting stuck in between was totally scripted. But hey, money back then didn't grow on trees. Not saying there is any right now, but the General's budget was only $3,000 while King Kong's was $670,000. So, a lot more. King Kong is great. And not just because they succeeded in trying new things, but helping everyone understand what was going through every average American citizen. Because, oh boy, isn't this film highly racist and feminist? They assumed what other people look like combined with 3 to 4 different religious effects. That doesn't make sense. I'm surprised they even considered those options, but then again, they mostly got the resources from children's books and the Bible. Okay, so yes, my latest video was Senku Ishigami related content, aka Dr. Stone. This anime, let me tell you, achieves something not many animes do. One, being educational and realistic. Other than the fact the entirety of Earth turns to stone from a massive green light. Not only does it educate you on how to make explosive, gunpowder, nitric acid, tires, cars, batteries, motorcycles, communication devices, all from scratch by the way. No. But I've seen comments where the show has influenced children on wanting to become a pharmacist or even a doctor. Thanks to all the information and influence this anime has. Dr. Stone aired in 2019 and will be officially ending as of April 2026, with the new arc being Moon Mission Arc. From what I have gathered here from catching up from the series and the overall contrast from the anime to live action films are, every season is like a plot pyramid, right? Okay, I'm sorry everyone, yes, this will turn to an English lesson. It's structured in a modern way, not like the early action films where they had 5 slopes. This show is structured in 3 ways, all thanks to the arcs. Not only is the show educational, but the soundtrack is amazing. I don't know if you've pieced it together already, but all of the 10-second clips of music are from this show, which for copyright reasons will be in the description below. Overall, there are 7 arcs and soon to be 8. Put those all together and you get 4 seasons of peak. Okay, but let me tell you about TMS Entertainment. Quick shout out, you guys are outdone yourselves with the amazing and contrasting from reality to fiction. Like, you're the reason I keep sitting at the edge of my seat because, oh, Chrome is talking about science again to the kingdom of science's enemies. Out of King Kong, the General, and Dr. Stone, I'm going to have to argue that the most common themes being attention-getter, intuitive, high stakes, romance, universal, and comedic. Every movie and shows that are action-related will have those I mentioned, if not at least one. Action movies' goals are to engage the person who's watching to escape. That's why we watch movies and shows. For example, King Kong means America's own way of achieving victory. The General's example is entering the Civil War and what life was back then. And then finally, Dr. Stone discusses how to use science properly to protect humanity and what not to do with our resources such as gunpowder. This is what I love. The directors get involved with the movie or show. They want to engage their audience? Alright, let's share the importance of our nationality and make money off of that. Whether it's meant for kids or not, the subject matter is minimal, with the rare damns or S-words. I know I have a potty mouth, but I am hoping that'll actually have this reach the proper audience, okay? Modern action films compared to early action films have changed drastically. For example, plot structure. The early action films were structured like a musical or a play, not at all what in modern times were, where we only have 3 acts, that's it. Beginning, climax, ending. I will, however, argue that the rest of early action films compared to modern films haven't changed at all. Other than the plot structure, we still actively use dark humor, camera movement, soundtracks, color, CGI, animatronics, and costuming. Actually, we should be thanking our early action films because of this. Without their continued growth, we wouldn't have gotten those ideas or improvement. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you for supporting the early action films to modern film history. I know this content's different than what I'm usually posting, and I really appreciate it. You can show your support down below in the description. I have listed all of the soundtracks from The General, King Kong, and Dr. Stone. If you want to watch the 2 early films I have shown, I'll have them listed down below for you to go watch. And for Dr. Stone, if you are really interested, you can find it streaming on Crunchyroll and or other sites that you know what I mean. Anyways, it's time for me to go, and I hope you guys have a good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Bye bye.